Hello, welcome to this introductory episode of what I like to call rural TV and radio. My name is Alasdair Crosby and I am the owner and editor of Rural Jersey Country Life magazine. It is a local magazine and we are based in the British Channel Island of Jersey. For those watching this in some faraway land maybe, Jersey is in the British Channel Islands, along with Guernsey, Alderney and Sark. We are located between England and France, but much nearer to France than we are to England. We can see France quite easily from the east coast of the island. Geographically we should be part of France, but for 1,000 years at the very least we have been part of the Kingdom of England, and we are always been very proudly British, although never part of the UK. We have our own parliament and we make our own laws. It is a small island, so farming in Jersey doesn't mean prairie farming as it means in so many other parts of the world. No big machines harvesting lots of agricultural produce, or no massive food slots or vast dairy herds. We have got small fields. We are only 9 miles by 5 miles. So the farming landscape is derived from small fields, still mostly surrounded by the old hedgerows. Farming in Jersey principally means dairy farming. Jersey is where the Jersey breed of cow originated, and it's amazing to think that in the small island of only a few miles square come originally all the Jersey cows that now populate the world. They are a very adaptable breed. They thrive equally well on mountain pastures or equatorial jungles or sandy deserts and scrub, and they are now the world's second biggest herd of dairy cattle. Farming in Jersey also means the Jersey Royal early new potato. This really is a gastronomic treat. It is the king of potatoes, and thousands of tons of Jersey Royals get exported to the United Kingdom mainland throughout the spring and summer. It is a delicious treat which many people in the UK find to be a herald of spring and associates Jersey firmly in their minds. Also, we have other crops such as daffodils in the very early spring, midwinter and early spring, and much of the crop gets exported, including to the USA. Then there are farm shops where local produce such as honey and dairy products, local cheese, are sold to local people. Fishing is Jersey's other historic industry. Originally, fishing from Jersey meant that ships crossed the Atlantic to fish for cod off the Great Banks near Newfoundland. But these days Jersey is inshore fishing and shellfish fishing, lobsters, crabs, scallops, that sort of thing. A lot of these get served up in lovely gastronomic restaurants in the island. So the magazine celebrates farming and fishing in the island and Jersey's lovely countryside. All the ways of enjoying the countryside, be it horse riding or walking the dog along Jersey's rugged north coast, or going horse racing, or studying its natural history and its biodiversity. Jersey really is a delightful place to live. It's quiet, it is safe, it's a good place to bring up children, and there's a real sense of community, especially in the rural parishes of the island. Parishes are like counties are or states in a larger country, and there's a lot of friendly rivalry, sometimes perhaps not too friendly rivalry, between the various parishes. It all makes for a very interesting place to live. But Jersey, nonetheless, is not paradise. It's very much part of the modern world, and these days Jersey's main product is not agricultural produce, it is finance. And Jersey is well known now as an offshore finance centre, and if you walk through the town, the capital St Helier, you could get the impression that you're in the city of London. It's rather like the city picked up from England and dropped in the middle of the channel. There are lots of banks, lots of accountancy firms, and all the ancillary companies that service and look after people's wealth. So Jersey is very much part of the global economy and modern global and digital culture. It is perhaps as a finance industry that many people immediately think of Jersey. The finance industry has brought real wealth and many advantages to Jersey. Many Jersey young people who in former times would have had to leave the island because there was no career path for them in the island are now able to stay here and make lifelong careers in the finance industry and bring up their own children in the island, which is lovely for them and for the senior generations. While not minimising the world of finance, there's so much more to Jersey than just that, and this is often eclipsed from view. But the question is, how can this local countryside, community, culture and heritage remain intact in today's modern and globalised world? And how can the rural heritage of local farming and local food production survive in familiar form? This is, of course, a question that transcends Jersey and is a question for all local communities. Now, Rural Magazine has formed a series of speaker events and lectures on the subject under the general title, What's for Dinner? The lectures are by visiting farmers, by food experts, and by thinkers to try and explore a possible way forward that is not part of the scenario of industrial agricultural production. So we have taken some videos of these lectures and hope to show those on rural TV and rural radio. How can local culture and local food production survive in this modern digital world? That should always be a theme to engage our attention and be a subject for debate, lest by forgetting the local and the particular, we lose a precious inheritance. In this debate, I very much hope that Rural Jersey Country Life magazine will be able to make a useful contribution, and also now through its website and these video and audio clips, rural TV and rural radio. So I hope you enjoy them, and I hope that, certainly as far as we are concerned, there will always be now an answer to that question, what is there on TV? Thank you.